Russia breaking news. Zelenskyy denies Ukraine link, claims Putin trying to deflect blame from Moscow music hall atrocity. Even though an affiliate of the Islamic State claimed responsibility in Afghanistan, Putin failed to mention ISIS in his address to the country. In response, Kyiv accused Putin and other Russian leaders of unfairly associating Ukraine with the incident. Russian President Vladimir Putin was allegedly trying to shift blame away from himself following Friday's slaughter at a concert hall in Moscow on Saturday, March 22, according to Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy's nightly video address on Saturday. The 1999 Russian apartment bombs in Moscow, Binkask, and Volgodonsk, accused by Chechen rebels, killed over 200 people and prompted Putin, then Prime Minister, to deploy troops back to Chechnya. According to a spokesperson for Russia's foreign ministry, Zelenskyy is the only head of state crazy enough to blame Russia for the terrorist attack. The 4 gunmen were among 11 persons apprehended, according to Putin, who had earlier stated that the incident had taken place. They attempted to evade capture and made their way to Ukraine, where, based on initial information, an opening had been provided for them on the Ukrainian side to traverse the state boundary, Putin stated. Putin, according to Zelenskyy, should not invade Ukraine but rather employ his own troops to combat terrorism at home. The terrorist group ISIS-K has taken credit for the assault on a Moscow concert hall. The branch of the Islamic State in Afghanistan took the blame. Kyiv accused Putin and other Russian officials of insinuating a connection between the attack in Ukraine in order to fuel support for Russia's ongoing conflict in Ukraine, which has now entered its 3rd year, even though Putin did not bring up ISIS in his national address. U.S. intelligence agencies corroborated the IS affiliate's assertion. The entire blame for this attack rests with ISIS. National Security Council spokesman Adrian Watson stated that there was absolutely no involvement from Ukraine. Watson claimed that in early March, the United States warned Russian citizens of a potential terrorist assault and exchanged intelligence with Russia regarding the plot. Individuals from Tajikistan allegedly implicated in attack in Moscow, reported. Tajikistan is a largely Muslim Central Asian republic that borders Afghanistan. According to Russian news accounts, the gunmen were citizens of this country. There are a large number of Tajiks who are citizens of Russia and up to 1.5 million who have worked there. There was no quick response from the Tajikistani Foreign Ministry regarding the arrests, despite their denial of earlier reports in Russian media that implicated multiple other Tajiks in the raid. Putin seemed to dismiss the concept, stating that no force would be able to sow the toxic seeds of dissension, panic or disintegration in our multi-ethnic society, amid calls from Russian hardliners for a crackdown on Tajik migrants. He announced nationwide security measures and designated Sunday as a day of sorrow. With 133 casualties, it was the bloodiest attack in Russia in recent memory. More casualties may be on the way, according to authorities. Following the most severe crackdown on opposition since the Soviet era, the Russian leader solidified his hold on the country for another 6 years in a vote that occurred just days before the humiliating raid. With the help of agency contributions, Putin plots vengeance as the FSB intelligence agency apprehends for suspects in the assault on a Moscow concert hall.